This is Vikas Verma, and I'm launching these series from today on customer service, tips. The very first tip that I'm going to talk about today is called acknowledgement. Acknowledgement is very important whether you are in telecalling business or you are in a face-to-face setting, in the outside world where you have new people coming in to see what your business has to offer, right? I'm particularly excited, and I see these behaviors in the market that when I visit a small business or when I visit a store, I really observe carefully that how much attention am I getting, or who is getting bothered when I'm coming in the showroom, or let's say a shop, or let's say a restaurant or a hotel. People working there, the staff working there, how do they pay attention? How much time are they taking to give you that needed attention? So I watch these behaviors, and I myself do a lot of training on customer service, and I get excited by this when I observe these behaviors. And particularly, I would like to talk about is the impression that it leaves in your mind when you get to know that your business is, how much attention the business is paying to you, and you're a new person over there. Now, if you're not impressed by the first, the engagement, the way they are engaging with you, if you're not impressed by that, if you feel ignored, if you feel unnoticed, then I'm sure you're not going to do business with them. You will have second thoughts. But then let's say people standing there, they're engaging with you. They saw you, that you were looking at them. You were looking at the product line. You were looking at the shelf, and they get hold of you, and they invite you in, and they want to show you the entire product line, and they're checking your interest, right? And they're showing you different product that you might be interested in. It's not necessary that you are going to place an order or you're going to buy things on that particular day. But then, uh, when you engage a customer, possibly a new lead with your business, they feel that yes, you really care about them. There is something in you which connects with them on a human level. Now they will go back home and they will talk about it, certainly, right? And so they may tell five people or six people or seven people. But then, believe me, if the totally different experience happens, that means if they get ignored, if they feel unnoticed, even after standing in your shop and waiting for somebody to come in and entertain them, they are going to tell this bad experience, or it's not so good experience, to 10 or 20 people, right? We all know that. We understand the psychology. People share negative experience more than they share the positive experience. So if you are in a business, or if let's say you are in a business where you are dealing with customers on a daily basis, I would suggest you pay attention to this word, and that is called acknowledgement, right? Whether you are a telecaller or you are deal with a customer on a face-to-face basis, a real-time basis, please make sure that you acknowledge that the customer has come to your door, right? And now that they need attention. I'm sure you all must have heard the saying, first impression is the last impression, isn't it? Now, when we all know that, I'll also tell you that, to add to this line, there are so many competitors in the market now. Maybe what you manufacture, maybe your product, maybe other companies are also making the similar kind of product. Now, my only question is, what is the difference between your organization and them making the same product? Why should people go to you or come to you and not go there? The only difference I feel is that they will come to you is because the way you interact, the way you give service to them, the kind of experience you give to them, right? And it all depends upon the individual, that is you, right? So it is very important that we do this internal tuning introspection, that what kind of a person do I love? Customer service, do I love interacting with the people? So this is going to showcase you, will mirror you, the real side of you, and then you can do something about it, right? uh, and it's very easy. You can try this in my training. I usually tell people that, you see, when you take your loved one outside, Let's say you go to a restaurant and you get a bad service. What do you tell to your parents? Okay, Dad, let's go from here. Let's go somewhere else, right? And you probably take that person on who probably did not behave very well with your parents or the person you loved, with your loved ones. Uh, so when it comes to you giving the service, right, whether you are on a telecaller or you're in a face-to-face setting, think of yourself that the other person is also somebody's parent. They're also somebody's father, they're also somebody's mother, they're also somebody's aunt and uncle, right? Just like we have our relatives, we have a family circle. They also, the person who is talking to you, they also have a family circle, right? So I can't have double standards, right? I can't have one standard for my loved ones and for me, and I have a different standard for when it comes to me giving the similar kind of experience to others. So there can't be two rules, right? So whenever you are interacting, the only piece of advice is acknowledge the customer, give them that look. Oh, hello, Mr. Customer. How long have you been waiting here? Ask them what are they interested in. In any particular product line today. How did they come to know about your business? Ask them questions, so they feel entertained. Not that they're going to buy something from you. That's not necessary, but then they will feel engaged for that 10 seconds, 20 seconds that they spend with you, and that's enough. You see, in the long term, these small gestures they make a lot of difference, right? Compared to a shop which really did not make any contact with that particular lead. You made that contact. Now the next visit, my next visit will depend upon my first visit, right? I'm sure you will agree with me on that. That my first visit, my second visit will depend upon my first visit. So if my experience with the first visit with you was extraordinary, was awesome, was engaging, I will definitely come to you. But if my experience with you was very cold, and I noticed that nobody came to me when I visited your store, so why would I come to you next time, really? So this is what I'm saying, that you should always make sure. And you see, these customers would like to do business with you when they find comfortable. They're comfortable with you, and the only way you can do that is by engaging with them. So the next time you have somebody stranger, a totally different person who you don't know, and he's watching your store, he's watching your product line, and maybe also on a retail, on a website, they're watching your website, and you know that this person visited your website. Now you know that they were looking for something, right? So call them and ask them what exactly were they looking at, and they're very excited to call you, and because you found something very interesting in that on their website. So I tell communicate this to them, so that they feel engaged and they feel respected and they feel it was worth trying your website. To see that you're calling them now, they will feel worth that was worth spending time on your website, because now you're really finding time and calling them to check what exactly what they're looking for. So really acknowledge your customer, and even if you're on the telephone, don't bring dead air. You see, the more dead air and the more long hold we use on telephone, it really gives an impression to the customer. Let's say if I'm the customer, I will feel you really don't care about me. You really care about your more processes and other things, but then you're not paying attention to me. I have paid money to you, so you can't be deaf, you can't be mute towards me, right? You can't have silence towards me. Now you have to make noise. Now you have to make some. I want to see some show. I've invested. I've paid so much money to your business, right? So customers like that engagement, right? And this is a message to all the customer service agents, whether you are on a telecaller or you are in a face-to-face setting. Please make sure that never miss an opportunity to greet, to meet, and smile at those new people, new customers who are calling you, because that makes a world of difference. Finally, when they have to decide that to whom do they really want to do business with. So I thank you for paying attention to this and listening to this video carefully. I'm sure you're going to use this video. Do let me know what you feel about this entire content. I'm going to bring more clips, short clips on customer service elements, which I've learned. This is my experience, and I'm sure you're going to like them. Keep sharing your comments and do share the video with somebody you think can take advantage and can be useful to them. Thank you so much for your time and patience, and you have a great day. Take care.